You know, as I'm sitting here eating Brookside dark chocolate, acai and blueberry flavors, absolutely delicious. Just sitting here waiting for my wife to get ready. No, beautiful day here in Germany. Sun's out. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirp. So I'm just sitting here thinking, pondering. Here, birds chirping. Beautiful day. I can't wait to enjoy the day. Tomorrow I plan to go to this amusement park called Europa Land. Looking forward to that tomorrow. But as I look out, and I just sit here thinking, eating again, this delicious chocolate. How bad did the Xbox One X fail? Now, what I mean by failure, I don't mean by on a technical spec, because it is the most powerful console in the world. Majority of the multiplats run better on X. And then if there is a multiplat that's not running better on an X, chances are it's because of the developer. The developer, for whatever reason, didn't put the effort it needed to for the game to run at its best on that platform. But it is the most powerful console. Has the best hardware, best design, slim, sleek, all the technical level. But what I mean by failure is the fact that the console is irrelevant. Because now, everybody's talking about Project Scarlett. What's the conversation now? Project Scarlett. When did Xbox One? November? So you got December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 7 months. Xbox One X is 7 month year old. 7 month old. Year old. 7 month old. 7 months. And we're already talking about Project Scarlet. It felt like yesterday we finally stopped talking about Project Scorpio and Rise and Chip. And now we're back to fucking Project Scarlet and Next Generation games from the 5 studios that were purchased. I could already see the podcast now. I already see the conversation. Microsoft will always have the most powerful console. For fucking what? You guys have the most powerful console now. And look what it's gotten you. That's what I'm sitting here thinking. How bad? I mean, what did the One X really do? One, it certainly didn't help improve sales. It didn't stop Sony from selling or reduce its sales. So that way, Xbox overall could gain market share. It didn't make developers focus on the platform, taken away from PlayStation. Hell, some gamers are getting rid of their Xbox One X's. People went out and bought it. And they said, fuck it. Fuck this console. Makes you wonder. Do gamers actually really care about the best version of the multiplats? Interesting. Man, this chocolate's bad. I'm eating the whole goddamn bag. Why do I keep buying this? Project Scarlet. That's the new hotness now. Simply because the One X failed to do what it was supposed to do. And to be honest, it's not really the One X's fault. Microsoft's just shitty planners. They react. They're a reactive company now. They're no longer... I would say they're no longer forward thinkers when it comes to games. When it comes to other shit, they're forward thinkers. When it comes to services, they got that shit down pat. They're very good at forward thinking when it comes to services. Cloud technology, Game Pass, game gifting, refunds. They're forward thinking when it comes to that. They're all about that. They're ready. They're ready to make everything into a service that's accessible on every device. That's what their focus is on. But when it comes to games, they lag behind. They're like way behind. How bad did that one X fail? Can't win an MPD. Can't outsell the PlayStation. Nobody really talks about 4K gaming as much. Microsoft hasn't released an exclusive to truly show the power of the platform. At best, Forza. I mean, come on. I mean, hell, even Gran Turismo Sport looks good. No one really gives a shit about racers. Let's be honest. Well, maybe that's just me being biased towards racers. It is what it is. Hell, the best looking game so far is God of War. And we're not even talking the pro version. The regular slim vanilla PS4 looks fantastic. Man, just sitting here, clear skies, beautiful day in Germany, birds chirping, delicious chocolate. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, man, the Xbox One X really screwed up. What a such a failed product. Hell, some places talking about could come out as early as next year. Oh my God, that's I don't believe it. Just upfront, I do not believe Project Scarlett is coming out in 2019. That will be the biggest L in any company's history. How are you gonna release a console when the successor comes out 2 years after it? And then during those 2 years, you don't support it with new big killer IPs. Oh my God, who would even trust Microsoft other than the biggest acolytes? Other than the biggest Xbox acolytes, who would actually go out and buy a new Xbox under that? You telling me that like if I would have went and bought an Xbox for $500 in 2017? And then a new Xbox comes out in 2019, you know how pissed I would be? Oh, I would be so fucking pissed. Especially no big games to show off the power. Oh my God, I would be so fucking livid. Excuse my language. And I'm out of chocolate. Damn, this is good chocolate. I don't know how you dudes are hardcore Xbox fans. I can understand, like me, I'm not a hardcore Xbox fan by any means. You know, the only console I'm a hardcore fan of is PlayStation, really, because I trust them as a publisher. You know what I'm saying? I trust them as a publisher. That's really it. I trust that they'll make first-party games. They always have. That's really what it comes down to it. But I'm not a hardcore Xbox guy. But I have nothing against it just as long as it does what it's supposed to do, which is bring games, you know, that I can't play on my PlayStation. Same thing with Nintendo. But I don't know how you guys are so hardcore Xbox. When you gave Xbox your money, you gave Microsoft your money, right? $500. Unless your parents did it for you and you just don't give a shit. Then okay, fine. You're 14, 15, you know. Your parents pamper you. You don't know the value of money. All right, I get it. But if you're an adult and you're in your own shit, you gave Microsoft $500, right? It's your $500. You gave it to them. And this is what they're giving you back. And not only they gave you pretty much nothing back, you're hyping Scarlett. So you're already ready. You guys are already ready to buy another Xbox console. When this console, you haven't even got a full year of life yet. And tell you the truth, I don't think you even got any life yet. Because the exclusives... Man, you guys are wild. And look at me, I didn't even buy a Pro. I don't have a PlayStation Pro. You know, the console I bought after I bought my PS4 was the Xbox One. Sometimes I wonder, should I have even bought that shit? Should have just bought the Pro. Man, it's crazy how Xbox One X just completely punted into the stands. Didn't do anything you guys predicted. I tried to tell you guys too. Try to warn ya. Said in podcasts for like a year, arguing this shit, week after week, month after month. Man, I really wish there was more chocolate in here. But podcast to podcast, week after week, month after month, on the multiplayer podcast, on my own podcast, all of 2017. Did a counter video to my man Whipping Wheel when he said that Xbox was going to win November MPD. I had to do a counter video on that. I was telling everybody. Everybody thought I was just talking crap because of my preference is Sony. Here's the thing about me. One, I always admit I have a preference for Sony. Never hit that fact. But my preference for Sony will never outdo or override my preference for me. I am more important than the PlayStation product. I am by far more important than the PlayStation product. You know? So my knowledge in gaming, or the things I try to learn about gaming and pass on to gaming, pass on to you guys, is more important than the product itself. I'm not going to make myself look like an idiot or make up lies or make up false information. Purposely just make shit up. Just because the lies could make PlayStation look good. So I'm going to make PlayStation look good, but sacrifice myself. Nah, we're not doing that. In fact, I see little rumors starting to brew up, which right now is perturbing me, about this whole Navi and how Navi supposedly actually exclusive technology to Sony. I'm going to make a video about that. And stand by. Y'all about to see some truth rock. Right? So I saw some of y'all call me that Truth Rock 77. Y'all gonna learn, y'all gonna see my thoughts about this whole Navi is exclusive to Sony. I'll give you a little teaser. Don't believe that bullshit. Now, if I was one of these Xbox dudes, I would jump all over that. Because that's what these fucking dudes do. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They go up in here, they take any little information, they blow it up, and they exaggerate it. They even downright lie. I mean, how long have y'all heard about Ryzen and Vega being on the Scorpio project? Right? They hyped it all year long because that's what makes Xbox look good. So if I was them, I would be making videos on how, haha, see, look, Navi's exclusive to PlayStation. Haha, wow, Xbox is going to be stuck with Vega. Ha, you guys are owned. The power's back. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to preach y'all to truth. And I'm going to tell you truth why I think Navi being exclusive to Sony is a bullshit rumor. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to just stand here and be like, oh, yeah, there's a chance because it makes PlayStation 5 possibly look good. Nah, I'm Truth Rock. I'm the prophet. I won't steer my fellow wolves alone. All right? This is the wolf pack. But anyway, back to the video. Man, how did One X fail? Phil, man, I don't know. I don't know how he just simply did not come in when he took over 2014 and put game as part of the priority. I mean, yeah, cool, whatever. Make another console, features, whatever. But to be in this position, wow. That's crazy. The man didn't even fight for sequels. Well, maybe State of Decay 2, I guess. But you saw how that turned out. You saw how much effort I don't know. It's crazy. $500 console, the world's most powerful console. It completely failed. It's just a lesson to learn. You can't fix things with just power. Power will not fix things. Never have. Games will. I mean, you saw with the PS3. PS3 was abysmal the first couple of years. It was hurting. And what did Sony do to fix it? They released a slimmer PS3 with less features than the original. But because it was cheaper and Sony was releasing more exclusives, it sold. sales started spiking up. Ended up selling 80 million. Think about it. A console that failed still sold 80 million. You never hear that. Most consoles that fail is like the Wii U, 14 million, or the GameCube, 25 million, 22 million. OG Xbox, 25 million. Those consoles are failures. Dreamcast, 10 million. They hardly sell. The PS3 sold 80 million, 80 plus. Some people say 85. Some people say even outsold the Xbox 360. But yet still, in somewhat form or fashion, a failure, simply because Sony lost so much money on there. Man, Xbox One X, not even close to what people expected. All you can hope for is Microsoft learned a lesson. It is what it is. But of course, as always, this is your boy Porter Rock 77, your only friend in these YouTube streets. Check out the description box. You'll see the link to my Twitter. Hit me up there with a follow. If you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoyed this video that you saw. And I hope you subscribe. It should be somewhere around here. You'll see the end cards to make the subscription easier. Hit the notification bell, all right, so you can see more of my content. And, and leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Do you think Xbox One X fell? And I'm not saying on the power front, because it did deliver on the power. The question is it even relevant, though? Especially with all the talk with Project Scarlett and new games being developed for next gen. Like, what does this do for Xbox One X? All right? Anyway, this is your boy Porter Rock 77. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for supporting the channel. And I'm out. Peace.